everyone, so please be warned that today's video might be slightly incoherent because I kind of want to talk about a couple of different things and they all fit within this video, and it's just kind of the struggles and successes, shall we say, of dealing with curly hair during the winter. Now obviously, as you can see, my hair is, to quote Kerry from Sex and the City, curly, and I do definitely struggle with it. I know a lot of people kind of think that it's an absolute blessing and that I'm incredibly lucky, and you know I am. I love my hair. It's just that sometimes I'm not in love with my hair, and it is difficult hair to manage, and sometimes you can be doing the exact same thing and it looks good, and then the next day it looks awful. It's hair that's kind of quite demanding, and I feel sometimes almost ungrateful to kind of moan about my hair, because a lot of people are so kind about it, and it's not just on YouTube. People come up to me in the street, sometimes strangers, to kind of say that I've got really lovely hair, and it's a really sweet thing. When they start touching it, I'm not massively keen on that, I will admit, but generally speaking, I do really appreciate it. But it is difficult, and during the winter months is when I struggle with my hair the most, because I like to wash my hair at night, and my hair takes a really long time to dry because there's quite a lot of it. So I was diffusing my hair. I stopped doing that just because it was taking too long to dry when it gets cold, and I kind of have not been at home in the evenings a lot, and it's just kind of been a bit difficult. So what I've been doing is just washing my hair, and I've been just using kind of whatever shampoo and conditioner I've got on the go. I'm using some John Frieda ones at the moment. These are new ones that I haven't cracked open yet, but I have used these before, and you'll know that I have because I talk about them a lot, and they're the liquid shine ones. I'm using the volume ones at the moment. Sometimes I use the ones for blonde hair. I generally really like all the John Frieda shampoos and conditioners because they're not too heavy on my hair. I really don't like anything that's kind of too moisturising, so I used those, and then I'll get out the shower, wrap my hair up in a towel. I use the Soap and Glory towel, the kind of turban thing, but you can use kind of just a regular towel. I know a lot of people say cotton t-shirt, silk pillowcase, all that does. I haven't found anything really made much of a difference because my hair's not really frizzy anyway, so I stick with those and they work fine for me. And then I've just been putting a little bit of the TG Bedhead Foxy Curls contour cream onto my hair when it's damp, scrunching it in. Little bit of mousse. At the moment it's the Pantene Defined Curls one, and then just popping it back up in a towel. Sometimes I'll put a little bit of texturizing spray or some salt spray on it, wrapping it up in the towel until I go to bed, and going to bed with my hair wet. And I kind of lie with it on the pillow propped up at the side. If you've kind of watched my I think it's called like my hair routine heat free or something like that, then I show how I do it in that. I just kind of, let's say this is the pillow, I prop my hair up at the top of the pillow kind of thing, and that works really well for me. So that's what I've been doing. And then I wake up in the morning and my hair is still wet, and it's kind of it looks really horrible when I wake up in the morning. My poor boyfriend, it kind of, because it's still wet, I don't like how wet hair looks on me. I think it makes me look really weird, but it kind of it has no volume in it at all, and my hair needs volume, and it kind of sticks to my head, and it's not a pretty look. So then when I get up, I then just turn the diffuser on and just kind of move it around and give it a quick dry, and it kind of is damp hair, and because the curls are kind of bunched up together, I feel like they end up being more defined, which is kind of what it is now. So my hair is a little bit more defined, and I actually gave it a little bit of a trim this morning, just myself, so it's kind of here, this length now, and I definitely feel like that always helps it. But the one thing that I do kind of struggle with in the winter time is the colour. My hair definitely gets very dark when I'm not exposed to sunlight, and obviously in the winter we're not exposed here recently to kind of daylight, never mind about sunlight, and it's difficult with my hair because it gets to be a colour that I really dislike. Like I think it's too dark, and I think it looks nicer when it's just got a little bit of life to it. And I used to always get highlights done, but the problem with that is as soon as they grow out a little bit, I have to go and have them done straight away, and because I don't like that kind of gap, so it's difficult. And also because I have that bit of my hair that grows naturally blonde, if I put an all over colour on my hair, then that grows back and it looks like you've got grey roots, and it's just, It's difficult. So what I did was I bought the L'Oreal, it's like a lightening cream kind of thing that you do with a hairdryer that had really good reviews. I bought that, it hasn't arrived yet, I ordered it last week, and I'm going to try and see if I can just naturally kind of lift it a few shades. I just want to add a little bit of warmth and a little bit more dimension to it, kind of, as opposed to just the flat darker colour. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is winter fashion and curly hair. Now this is just my opinion, you know, it's nothing to do with like if you do this it doesn't look good or whatever, it's nothing like that, it's just my opinion. But I struggle with wearing a coat and my hair curly. I just don't like how it looks in a coat, because coats are always like quite big here and it just creates like a weird shape and it kind of just sits on the top of your coat. Scarves is another thing. Wearing a scarf when my hair's curly, I'm not massively keen on either. So it's very difficult during the winter time, and I talked about this on Instagram and a lot of you said that you agreed with me and that you tend to straighten it more in the winter, and I definitely do that as well. And it's also because it means I have to wash it less if it's straight in the winter, which is always a bonus because kind of I don't really like having wet hair.